I can't believe we actually have it. Do you think it's real? I mean, it does say blaster. It could be a disguise. It could be a disguise.
You try first.
Oh, I always have to go first.
Dude, you know the sun messes up my accuracy. That's why I only hunt at night. I'm nocturnal. Like an owl.
Okay, I'll go. I'll go. You gonna shoot?
Do you want to shoot? Bro, the sun.
Yeah, the sun. I know. Give me a second. Huh. Thought something completely different was gonna happen. Maybe I should try again?
Huh? What do you mean, try again?
To see if it works this time? Duh.
I promise you nothing. Oh. Whoa, hold on, wait.
Yes, I told you it was gonna work this time. It was a disguise.
I think I need a nap.
Welcome back to Ironwood Productions. I'm your host Darius Nathan, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to get that sweet muzzle flash into your films. Now, when getting your muzzle flash footage, you're gonna make sure you get two different shots. You're gonna need the shot of your actor doing the action and then a clean plate. Now, you may not use this clean plate every time, but you'd rather have it. Trust me, you'd rather have it. But now that we got our footage ready to go, before we jump over to the tutorial, make sure you guys hit that like button if you guys are enjoying the videos, and subscribe if you want to join us filmmakers in creating better videos. Now let's jump over to After Effects. All right, guys, now that we're over here in After Effects, let's talk about the assets that we're actually going to need. So today I'm going to be using this muzzle flash here. It's a really quick one. It has just a quick muzzle flash and smoke. I had it from Action Essentials, but if you guys do need assets, I would recommend checking out Action VFX. It's a great place to start. I'll have a link in the description down below for you guys to check them out. They also have free assets that I would definitely recommend as well. But so I got my video here. Go ahead and import your video. I also have my footage that I'm going to be using. So let's go ahead and jump back over to that. Boom, right here. So you guys can check out the footage as well. So I just grabbed a snippet from my footage that I'm doing. So we want to find where we shoot at. So I say about there. Where I move is where the first shot said go off at. So we're gonna go ahead and place our muzzle flash in our footage. Alrighty, perfect. So we have our muzzle flash in our scene. Now I don't like the way it looks, so I kind of do want to change the color of it, or not the color, but the blending method. So I'm gonna go over here to my actual footage and left click. Let's see, we're going to go to, it's here, right here, blend mode. And I'm gonna do screen. Even though there is not any black footage in the back, I did some testing. This one still works the best. I tried all the other ones. This one definitely works the best. But so now that we got our footage kind of matching, well, we got it in the correct blending mode, let's go ahead and try to match it up with our actual footage. So when it comes to a muzzle flash, you guys want to remember that a muzzle flash is usually 2/3 the size of a gun. So for my blaster that I'm using right here, I'm gonna have it around, oop, don't want to do that, click and then press shift. I'm gonna have it around right there. Now in the video, I think I have it a little bit bigger. I'm just doing it to just emphasize, you know, this thing has a ton of power. But what really brings the power is going to be the smoke that you add. The smoke really brings a punch. That's going to actually tell you how strong the actual blast from the weapon or the blaster, whatever you're using in your video. Okay, so now that you guys got the muzzle flash in the correct spot, let's go ahead and, mine seems kind of sharp. I'm gonna blur the edges a little bit just so it doesn't seem like this was the perfect muzzle flash that ever came out of a rifle. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on our layer and we're gonna go over to effects up at the top here, and then we're going to grab a blur effect. But the blur effect is going to be a radial blur. And I know you're thinking, radial blur, why would you use that? Why not just something random or something else, a Gaussian blur? For this one reason right here. Let's go over to our effects panel. I'm clicking on the wrong stuff. There we go. Over to our effects panel. We're going to put it on zoom, and we're going to take this pointer right here, the center point, and we're going to change it right to where the muzzle flash begins. That is the perfect spot to place it, because we're going to place this to high too for best quality. Because once you start to zoom, look at this. It takes your muzzle flash and actually throws it in the same direction the muzzle flash is going. So I'm going to boost this up to maybe 86, 90, about right there. I like that a lot. So I'm going to keep my radial blur right there. You guys' amount will change. It will differ. It won't be the same. Don't worry. Whatever suits your video, whatever looks right to you, that's the perfect amount. So now that we got our zoom effect done, we're going to go ahead and add the glow that the rifle would give off in the camera. Not necessarily to the eye, but what the effect the camera would get once the blaster was shot. So check this out. We're going to go ahead and duplicate the footage, Control D. And then we're going to delete the radial blur that we have on here, grab our effects, and then we're going to add a Gaussian blur. Yes, our favorite Gaussian blur. Now I'll go ahead and hide this layer just to kind of show you guys what's happening. I'm going to go ahead and blur this, and boom. Look at that. It's not doing much, but watch when we put that layer back on there. Here, I guess I'd take it to 0 first. That to, I don't even know what number I had, to this. That's amazing. That's what we want. We can play it right now just to kind of see the effect it's giving off. I think that's really starting to look good. Like, we haven't even played it yet. We're just throwing in 2 different assets or a duplicate asset, and it's already giving us an amazing effect. And to finally knock it out of the park, what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this footage. We're going to go ahead and change the blend mode to add. Change the blend mode to add. And then we're going to grab this pen tool up here. And now this pen tool, what it's going to allow us to do is going to allow us to create a mask. So what I'm going to do is, at the point in my footage, I'm going to go to where the muzzle flash is. I'm going to start creating a mask on where I want the light to be brightened, I guess, by the muzzle flash of the blaster. So what I'm going to do is we're going to create a big circle, not too big, about right there. It doesn't have to be too perfect because we're going to be feathering these actual masks as well. So we have light hitting there. I'm actually going to grab another one just kind of right here where I think light will be gone. And then we're going to grab one right here, kind of that front part of my leg. Oh, I think I added too many. Oh, let's go back. There we go. And then we can go back up my leg there. And now you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do it all crazy perfect just like this. I'm just going to add a couple more spots. Just the spots I think light would definitely hit. And don't forget about other actors that are actually in the scene as well. I need to close this off. I'm going to go ahead and put something small, not too crazy, on this, or me back here. And then I think, okay, I'm going overboard now. I think that's going to do it. Okay, I'm going to stop there. So I'm just going to put these shadows in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hit this layer right here. And we're going to click F. What F is going to do is going to bring up all the feathers. Just make sure you click it. And then we're going to hold and press Shift. Now, there's probably a lot faster way to do this. If there is, please drop it down in the comments below because I am not aware of it. And now we can just go ahead and drag these all the way up. I'm going to drag them up to maybe 90, just to kind of, or 87. I'm just really trying to get rid of that hard edge, get rid of that shape, and just have it just a quick flash. And then we can also drop the opacity. If you want to play with the opacity, go ahead and press T. The hotkey is T. I'm going to drop that to 60. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of light outside on my scene, so I don't want it too bright. And then I'm also going to go back. We can close this by pressing T again to this one and drop the opacity as well, because you don't need as much glow during the daytime as you would need in a dark scene. If there was more dark, then I would have a lot more glow. This is the layer that we put the Gaussian blur on that I'm actually dropping the opacity for right now. and then boom. And that, my friends, is pretty much your effect. What you do want to make sure you do is cut off this. We only want it to last the frame of the muzzle flash, so nothing crazy. And then it's off. And then there we are. This is your footage.
To see if it works this time? Duh.
I promise you nothing.
Whoa, hold on, wait. I told you it was gonna work this time.
Now, when exporting your footage, what I would recommend doing, what I do personally, is since I pulled this footage from a clip that I already have in Premiere, I go ahead and hide this layer, and then I just have that layer with the actual, all the elements in it. Maybe I can hide those masks with all the other elements in it as well. And then I will just go through and export this by itself. This will just export this layer here with the black mask or black alpha, and then you just place that on top of your footage, and then you just screen it. Or if you don't want to do that and you just want to replace the footage, go ahead and export it all and then place it over there. I just like to do my color grading differently, and then, or color grading separately, and then make them look nice. Down below that like button, drop your comments on what you guys want to see next if you guys enjoyed this video, and any other tips that you guys want me to point out.
Now that you know how it's done, grab some friends, go shoot a short film, and add muzzle flashes, and change the color up a bit. I'm trying to see some alien blasters out there. Now remember, if you do go in public, notify local authorities that you're taking these blasters out, and also the local residents in that area as well. But make sure you guys drop a comment below that like button. Let me know what you guys want to see next. And finally, I'll see you guys in the next one.